Hey, what's up? This is Stefan from Shadow Music. Today I just want to show you the process I use to capture amps into my quad Cortex. I tried to find information online exactly how to do it with the equipment I have, and I couldn't find anything. I want to show you how I run, how I capture my 5150 100 watt with EL34s into my quad Cortex through a Fryette power station PS2A. Just being very clear about all the connections, because if you're anything like me, you're always afraid you're going to blow something up or something. Now, I'm aware that there is a 5153 with EL34s already in the quad Cortex. I'm hoping maybe to make a video later on, just a comparison between how my capture sounds compared to the model that's in the quad Cortex already. So that might be coming later. But today I just want to show how I capture a sound through my Fryette power station. So let's get to all the connections, all the ins and outs, and I'll try to make everything very clear. And then I'll be able to show the reference between the two. I've gotten very good results so far with my 5153 Stealth with the 6L6s in it. There's no difference, and I'm like completely amazed by what I can do with this thing. So now I can show you how, and yeah, so let's get to it. All right, so I'll kind of run you through the whole thing here. First we go to the quad Cortex, so the three dots on the right side, which has been covered pretty thoroughly on the internet already. We go to new neural capture. It's going to run through all the setups and everything. There was just one problem I was having with finding the specific the direct out into this. So that's what I'm basically going to show is you run from the direct out into the input one of this quad Cortex, and I use an XLR cable. So yeah, that's how we're going to do this. I'm going to set everything up real quick, and then we'll get back to the whole capturing process and all the weird sounds it makes and shit. Okay, so first things first, with this particular setup, what you don't want to do is something I just did is there is let me see if I can get this on camera here. So when I was setting all this up, I had my amp on standby and this on the bypass function. Before you turn your amp back on to the volume you want it at, you should probably turn the power station on first and not the amp, because I did what I told myself never to do, and what I have not done until, of course, I've tried to make a video for it. I turned the amp on first, and it's loud. I mean, this thing on this 100 watt EVH on 3 even is deafening. I played a show recently on the Red channel. I had it on 3, and I almost blew the crowd out when we were outside. So this thing doesn't go past 2 very often. Even when I'm playing shows and stuff, or when the rare times they take it out to play shows. So, and you know, I have it on like 3 or 4 right now, or 3.5, I think it looks like. So yeah, be careful for that, because that could have been bad for me and my neighbors and my dog. So let's go through all the connections. All right, so basically the first connection it tells you to do is you plug your instrument into the return 1 of the quad Cortex, and then your capture out goes into the input of your amp you're capturing. So capture out into the input of the 5150. And then we're going from the direct out of input 1, the input 1 of the quad Cortex, from the direct out of the power station PS2A here. That's all the connections that you have to make. And now we're just kind of checking, levels here. And I'm going to turn my mic off, and then you're just going to hear sound through the camera. Okay, so it looks like we're all set. All the levels were fine. Now I'm going to start the capture process. You might be able to hear this through my condenser mic, so I'm just going to start the capture process. We're going to hear a couple of sounds, and then I'll probably just skip it to the end so we can do the comparison between the two. All right, so everything is now done on the capture process. Let me see if I can get my shit right here. All right, so now this is, everything's still connected from the power amp and into the quad Cortex. And now we're just referencing between the quad Cortex and the amp right here. So this is the quad Cortex. And now the amp. All right, so everything sounds pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and save that. We're just gonna save it as 5150. Oops. Fuck it, we'll just do this and just save the shit. So I'll just leave you with the capture I just made through an IR into from the XLR out into my camera. And yeah, that will be the video. Thanks for watching.